This week's Surfer Girl story comes from Silvia, the creator of Surf Halo, a surf hat company. Welcome to the Wipeout Weekly, the daily podcast for beginners, wannabe surfers, and seasoned wipeout enthusiasts. No hype, no filler, just the highs, lows, and honest truth about learning to surf and finding your place in surf culture. I'm your host, Suze Wilson. Let's go out. This is Silvia's story. Hi, I'm Silvia. I'm 37, originally from Brazil. Not the stereotypical sunny beaches most people imagine, but a cold, mountainous city. I went to the beach during summers as a kid and always admired the handful of surfers tackling the rough seas. I wanted to learn since I was a small kid, but not living by the ocean made it impossible. I left Brazil over 20 years ago, living in China for several years, then in the Middle East, and now I'm based in Australia. Mostly career moves. Even as a young woman in China, I dreamed of living by the sea and set my goal to one day to do so. Back then, I wasn't even thinking about surfing. I just loved the ocean. I took my first surfing lesson in Brazil on an ankle-high wave at a kite surfing beach while on a holiday visiting my mom, and I instantly fell in love. A few years later, I went solo to a surf camp in Bali. That experience was intense, bigger waves, sore arms, bruises. But at the end of every day, I felt pure happiness. During a few years living in Dubai, I practiced longboarding on small waves. But it wasn't until I moved to Australia that I could really explore surfing the way I love now. One board for different conditions, enjoying longboards and shortboards alike. When I first arrived, I surfed several times a week. My local beach break had very few women, and I often found myself the only woman in the water at 5 a.m. The older local guys weren't always welcoming, but I have a persistent personality, and I kept showing up. Winter waves, early mornings, or crowded lineups didn't stop me. Over time, I became comfortable being a lone surfer. Later, I found a few surfing friends, but with 2 kids and corporate job and a side business, it's easy to surf on my own schedule. That said, surfing with friends is a whole other vibe. I still look forward to it every time. Learning in a male-dominated lineup was one of my biggest challenges. I wasn't Australian. I hadn't grown up on the beach. And I wasn't a good surfer. I wasn't a man, but I believe the ocean is for everyone. Sure, there were days that were discouraging, but I never gave up. Thinking back, I can understand why that spot had few women or learners. It's not an easy break. Surfing has also brought its fair share of sticky situations. I broke my nose in a big shore break during a surf camp in Bali. I broke a rib in Morocco, trying waves above my level. I've had countless cuts, mostly on my feet and legs. Despite all of this, my determination never wavered. But after seeing firsthand how dangerous surfing can be, even on small days, I decided to start my own surf gear business. I found Surf Halo, my surf hat company, last year for a few reasons. Surfing can be unexpectedly dangerous. Fins or boards can fly away. Post-pregnancy, melasma made me very sun-conscious, especially living in Australia with extreme UV. I couldn't find a high-quality hat that did it all. Protection, lightweight, quick-drying, stylish, and practical. Pocket cash when you're stranded on a boat in Indonesia. All these reasons led me to create my surf business. My husband had a huge influence on my board choices. He believes in having a board for every condition. Who can blame him? To get the most enjoyment out of surfing. I now surf longboards on small days, practicing cross steps or just enjoying a relaxed session. For bigger days, I ride my Hypto Crypto 6.2 or a 6-foot aloha when I need something light for duck dives. I always surf both longboards and shortboards. Don't box yourself and try them all. My dream surf trips? I want to go back to Mentawai's perfect, uncrowded waves at your doorstep. With my kids possibly surfing with me. One can only hope. And an all-girls trips to the Maldives. My surfing goal is simple. Feel good in the water and not let imposter thoughts creep in. Everyone deserves a place in the lineup. Worst case scenario, you're always paddling, exercising, and enjoying the ocean. Surfing has shaped every part of my life. We've chosen where to live based on waves and where to holiday based on surf. Our favorite family moments are teaching our 4-year-old and 2-year-old kids to surf and enjoy the ocean. Surfing even led me to a business I love, though, like in the lineup, I sometimes ask myself if I should be doing this as a woman, an adult learner, as not the best surfer out there. But the women's surf business community is strong, supportive, and inspiring, and I couldn't be happier. Surfing taught me persistence, joy, and the courage to follow my passion. And it continues to influence everything I do. And that's all for today. Check out the Waipai Weekly for our free newsletter, more stories, and ways to connect with us. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow for more of the Waipai Weekly.